Weather can be unpredictable. High winds, freezing rain, and snow can knock out power and leave you cold and in the dark.
And it's amazing how reliant we are on modern conveniences. It's a real wake-up call when all of a sudden you can't watch TV or make a cup of tea.
Laura Bain experienced this when a few recent storms in Halifax left her without power.
That got her to thinking about how to be better prepared, especially as a person with vision loss.
Welcome to my apartment, which has been the scene of a few recent power outages. I try and keep the essentials on hand for an emergency: a battery-operated radio, some non-perishable food items, and some drinking water. But I wanted to share my pro tips, and especially some tips specific for those of us with vision loss. My first tip, and this is an absolutely essential one for me, is to have an external battery that can charge my smartphone in an outage. Like many of you, I use my smartphone for everything, and that's for communication, for apps specific to vision loss like navigation apps and barcode readers, and also for entertainment. So I've got all of my audiobooks and podcasts loaded up on my smartphone, and I want to be able to listen to those if the power is out. I can charge my phone up to 4 times with the battery that I have, and I wouldn't be without it. Now, while you're relaxing and listening to your audiobooks, you're going to want to make sure that you have some snacks on hand. And you want those snacks to be easily identifiable and easy to prepare and eat. Some of my favorite picks are beef jerky, nut butters like peanut butter, granola bars, and of course, Storm chips. Now, my next tip might seem a little bit of an odd one, but it's actually to have a pair of work gloves on hand and a pair of sturdy shoes. And the reason being that as someone with vision loss, I use my sense of touch to explore my environment. And after a storm, there could be broken glass, there could be debris around, and if you need to head out and explore, you want to make sure that you're protecting your hands and protecting your feet. And especially if you're a property owner and you may need to go and investigate something that's happened on your property. If you do need to head outside, my other tip is to have a white cane with you. And that's even if you're not normally a cane user or if you're a guide dog user. Because after a storm, as we mentioned, there could be debris around. There could be broken glass that you don't want to bring your dog into. There could be branches, things blown around. And so a cane just gives you that extra bit of security when heading outside. It's also going to let people know that you're someone with low vision. So if they see you headed towards down power line, for example, they might give you a heads up. Hopefully you can stay inside and stay cozy, but if you do need to head outside, my next tip is to know where the exits are in your building. In a power outage, the elevators might be down and the lights may be out in the hallway, so know how many doors from your apartment to get to your nearest exit, and also familiarize yourself with how to get down the stairs and outside. Remember, you might not be able to use your normal audio cues like the hum of a pop machine in the case of an outage. Now, if all this sounds overwhelming, remember that as someone with low vision, you might actually be able to take the lead in a power outage. Chances are your sighted companions are not used to functioning or navigating without the lights on, and it's possible that they can become totally useless. So those are my tips, and here's hoping that you stay safe, stay entertained, and don't forget to pick up those storm chips.
Those were some great tips. It looks like Laura is prepared for the next outage. The Department of Public Safety recommends being prepared to take care of yourself and your family for up to 72 hours, although hopefully she won't have too many more this season.
And don't forget about that very important family member, your service dog. Make sure you have the supplies you need for them, including food, water, medication, and their favorite toy. I could really relate to what Laura was saying about having to take the lead in these situations. My husband and kids are useless.
Well, maybe they just like having you wait on them.
Oh, wait a minute. You might be onto something there.
You can learn more about emergency preparedness at getprepared.gc.ca.